a fragile thing, a wild bird on a steady string. You felt his rhythm, heard his song, and promised not to do it wrong. I handed over every key to every lock inside of me, a secret trust, a foolish leap for a heart you didn't keep. Oh, you had it in your hands, but you never understood the plans, the architecture of the beat, the latest future at your feet. You held the map, you held the deed, and you just let it sleep. Now it's just a story buried cheap, this heart you didn't keep. I see you now, you're moving on, a different dawn, a different song. And do you ever, in the quiet, hear the echo of the ride, the one that raged when you walked away, left it bleeding in the fray, just a relic on a shelf so steep, this heart you didn't keep. Oh, you had it in your hands, but you never understood the plans, the architecture of the beat, the latest future at your feet. You held the map, you held the deed, and you just let it sleep. Now it's just a story buried cheap, this heart you didn't keep. Maybe it was just too much to hold, a story you were never meant to be told. Maybe my pulse was a foreign sound on unfamiliar ground, but I built a home where you just passed through, and the ghost of that hope is all that's left in the room. 'Cause you had it in your hands, but you never understood the plan, the silent vows, the promises sown in a garden you never owned. You held the truth, you held the key, and you gave it back to me. Now it's just a memory, hollow and deep, this heart you didn't keep. I get it, I'll gather up the scattered parts from the corners of these empty hearts, and learn to be for my own sake with every single breath I take. But sometimes in the lonely sweep of the night, I wonder if you think of the treasure buried so deep, the heart you didn't keep. Found your old shirt in the back of the drawer, smells like a ghost now, nothing more. Pulled it on just to feel the space where your head used to find its place. The fabric's thin and the threads are bare, like the love we thought was always there. 'Cause some things fade no matter how you try, just like the light left in your eyes. And I'm not crying over you, I'm not crying over what we couldn't do, I'm not crying for the man you are. drive right past it, grip the wheel. Can't decide what's fake or real, 'cause my head knows the story's done, but my heart's still waiting for the sun of a morning that's been gone for years, drowning in a sea of souvenirs. And I'm not crying over you, I'm not crying over what we couldn't do. I'm not crying for the man you are, or all the distance you put between us in that car. No, these tears are for the kingdom in the dust, for the sacred, simple, ordinary us. I'm not crying for the end you chose, I'm crying over what we were, I suppose. We were a language, now a foreign tongue. We were a song so perfectly sung, a future sketched in pencil sharp and clear. Now just a phantom haunting every year. You don't get to have these tears, you see. They're not for you, they're just for me, and for the ghosts we used to call our own, in a house that's now just brick and bone. 'Cause I'm not crying over you, I'm not crying over what we couldn't do. I'm just mourning for the world we built on a foundation of dreams and guilt, for the always that just turned to then, and the we that will never be again. So I let this rain fall, let this river swirl. I'm just crying over what we were, what we were. What we were, yeah. I'm just crying over what we were. It wasn't some grand, tragic, endless blue. No storm to blame, no mystery to get through. Just 6 inches of water on the bathroom floor, and me unable to find the door. Your voice a flat line through the telephone, a disconnected, hollow, distant tone, saying things that shouldn't pull a person under. Just simple words that split my world asunder, and I'm drowning in a shallow sea where anyone with sense could stand, could be just fine and dry and walking on the land. But I can't seem to reach my own 2 hands. The ceiling's close enough, I ought to touch, but the air's too thick, it doesn't matter much. This panic isn't deep, it's wide and flat and small, the most pathetic, quiet drowning of them all. I see the life rings, ordinary things, a friend's hello, the song the morning sings, but I can't grasp them, can't believe they're real, just numb impressions that I used to feel. I pack a lunch, I drive the usual road, carrying this unbearable that is load. I'm missing you in ways that shouldn't kill. A teaspoon grief with all the power of a mill, and I'm drowning in a shallow sea, in full view of what's left of sanity. They wave from shore, they say just stand up please. They don't feel the current around my knees. It's not the depth, it's the surrender in the slack, the will to rise up that I seem to lack. The tragedies, the clarity, the stark and daylight that shows the inches I would need to win this fight. It highlights every failure, every weakened gasping breath, the mockery of courage, a slow and social death. To go down in an ocean, at least it's somehow grand, but this is a puddle gripping like quicksand. 'Cause I'm drowning in a shallow sea, a choice I make repeatedly to let the shallowness define the deep, to hold the pain I'm meant to release and keep. Maybe tomorrow the sun will bake it dry, this pathetic little ocean neath the sky. Or maybe I'll just learn to lay here still and let the shallow do its drowning till it's not the flood, it's the damp, the forever clinging damp. This floorboard creaks a different tune since your footsteps left this room. The sunlight paints a stranger's wall on spaces that once felt so small. I hear the echo of the slamming door reverberate across this hollow floor, a symphony of silence, sharp and vast, built to outlast every plea, every prayer I cast. Empty house, empty heart, two broken worlds torn apart. The fridge just hums a lonely sound where all our grocery lists were found. The couch still holds your phantom shape, but I can't seem to escape this endless aching, quiet art of an empty house and an emptier heart. I wash the sheets to smell of clean, of something neutral in between. But in the closet hangs your coat, a ghost upon a hopeful note. I keep the thermostat too low, trying to numb it deeper in the snow. 'Cause every room's a museum, cold and still, of a future we once promised to fulfill. Empty house, empty heart, two broken worlds torn apart. The faucet drips a lonely beat in the kitchen where we laugh and eat. The TV screen, a dark blank stage for the memories that rage. This endless aching, quiet art of an empty house and an empty heart. They say time heals and space is kind, but they never face the ghosts you leave behind. In the dust motes dancing in the stair, in the empty too quiet evening air. I'm the curator of a closed down show with nowhere left to go, just pacing through these silent shrine-like halls, listening for the moment when my own name calls. Empty house, empty heart, a masterpiece of falling apart. The doorbell doesn't ring at all, just the echo of my own footfall. And in this quiet, desperate white expanse, I'm giving one last bit of chance to learn the difference, learn to tell the two apart. This empty house from from my empty heart. Maybe one day I'll fill the space with a new laugh, a different face. But for now, the quiet is the loudest sound in this empty house on empty ground. I thought I'd find your flaws in time, like cracks in marble, subtle lines. I catalog the ways you'd hurt and turn your name to common dirt. I'd build a case for letting go, with evidence of all the low. But memories are biased, cruel art. It polishes the jagged parts. Now I'm haunted by your halo, by the angel in the afterglow. I only see the saint, not the ghost, the man I needed you the most. I've canonized a simple man, made a heaven with my own two hands. And now the devil that I chase just bears your ordinary face. And I'm haunted, haunted by the good, in a way I never understood. I sift through ash to find a spark, a benediction in the dark. The morning coffee that you bring, the way you'd hum to anything. I magnify a gentle word until its echoes all that's heard, and drowns the shout and drowns the chill, the hollow space you couldn't fill. Now I'm haunted by your halo, by the light I'll never let go. I only see the hands that held, not the emptiness they spelled. I've built a shrine, or maybe it might, and I kneel there every single night, praying to a love so bright and true. It's the one thing you never could do. And I'm haunted, haunted by the grace I painted on your leaving face. The truth is in the middle, dull and gray. A Tuesday love that simply walked away. Not a demon's flight, not an angel's fall, just a person after all. But a martyr serves my grief much better than the ghost of a forgotten letter. So I keep the vision, keep the shine, the skill most of everything. It started simple with a photograph tucked inside a drawer on the behalf of a memory I thought I might reclaim. But I just stared and whispered your name. So I took the box down from the highest shelf and tried to methodically divide myself from the Polaroids and the ticket stubs and notes. But I got lost in the lining of your coats, and I don't know how to unlove you. There's no guide but no reset, no map to follow through. You can delete the number, you can burn the shirt, but how do you dismantle the universe? How do you unhear a secret told at 2 a.m.? How do you unfeel a touch inside of him? I'm searching for a switch to turn this dark. How do you memorize a fingerprint on your heart? I try replacing all our favorite songs with playlists that prove where I belong. You're somewhere far away from all your tastes, but a certain chord still buckles my waist. I walk the streets we used to call our own, determined now to walk them all alone. But every corner holds a hologram of your hand in mine, a ghost of who I am. And I don't know how to unlove you. It's an ocean in my chest with no land in view. You can change the routine, you can start brand new, but how do you unwish on a star with you? How do you unplant a garden in your soul? How do you unmake a person who made you whole? I'm trying to rewrite a history line by line. How do you undefine a love you thought was divine? Maybe love isn't something you undo. It's a country you lived in, and the borders just grew around the ache, around the empty space. It fills a permanent landmark in my rolling hills. Not a house I live in, but a town I pass through, a language I speak, but not just with you. So maybe it's not about the unloving at all, but learning how to stand here and not fall. 'Cause I don't know how to unlove you, and I'm starting to think it's not a thing you can do. You don't erase the sun after a set, you just learn how to live with a silhouette. You don't unbreathe the air that gave you life, you just carry the peace and you carry the strife. So I'll stop trying to pull you from my veins and just learn how to hold this love with all its beautiful, terrible pain. Maybe I don't unlove you. Maybe I just learn. The first week was just white noise and static, a TV left on in a vacant room. I'd hold my breath without knowing why, and feel the panic start to bloom. I wait for your key in the lock at 5, for the sound of your sigh, for the life I knew. But the silence grew teeth and the hours stretched wide, and I forgot what I was supposed to do. And they say time heals, but time just is. It's a wide flat sea without a breeze, and healing's not a wave that crashes clean. It's learning to breathe again, learning to take in air that doesn't smell like you, learning that my lungs belong to me. It's true, it's a shaky conscience, morning after skill, and I'm learning it against my will. I went to the grocery store today and I didn't reach for your coffee brand, a small, stupid victory that felt like a war with my own two trembling hands. I cooked one single portion on a plate and I ate it standing at the sink, and the world didn't end and my heart didn't break, but it made me pause and think. 'Cause they say time heals, but time just is a slow turning page I have to live, and healing's not a scar that fades from view. It's learning to breathe again, getting through a day without your name in my head, learning all the words you used to say instead. It's a clumsy, graceless, necessary art, this restarting of my own heart. Sometimes I miss the ache, the sharp defining pain. It was a compass in the fog of proof I was alive. This quiet, this is harder, this day by day reclaiming of a person I'm not sure survived. But the sun finds a floor in the afternoon, and the rhythm of my own 2 feet is starting to sound less like a funeral march and more like my own heart's beat. So maybe time just is, and that's enough. Maybe the sea inside me isn't quite as rough, and healing isn't something that you win. It's just learning to breathe again, inhaling the future, exhaling the past, learning that nothing good is built to last, but some things can be rebuilt, and I might be learning slowly how to breathe. Learn to beat inside a cradle made of trust, an open palm, a gentle giving dust. But love turned teacher with a lesson cold and hard. To pose is to be vulnerable, is to be scarred. So muscle memory is cellular rewrite, clenched against the darkness, against the bitter light. No more blooming flower, no more unfurled flag, just this constant guarded tightening, this ragged. My heart, a fist, a permanent defiant twist of everything that should be soft and flow, a solid pounding, unforgiving. No, it doesn't beat, it strikes the cages in a metronome of where the hurt has been, a warning and a weapon all alone. My heart, a tight and tired, bloodless stone. I see see the couples walking, fingers loosely laced, that easy open giving, that unarmored space. And something in me recoils, turns away in fright, remembering the cost of softening in the night. So I feed it only anger, only righteous pride, the bitter herbs that keep the tender parts inside. I tell it this is strength, this constant ready tense, but it's just fear in a different, denser sense. My heart, a fist, a solitary closed up list of every promise that was ever broke. A shell, a shield, a permanent joke. It doesn't dream, it just prepares for blows. A fortress that no living thing now grows. The safest way to never lose again is just to never ever open and pretend. Sometimes in the dead quiet, when the defenses sleep, I feel a faint old memory, a rhythm buried deep, a phantom of an opening, a forgotten spacious art. And it scares me more than anything that's soft, surviving part. 'Cause a fist can't be betrayed, a fist can't be let down. A fist just hangs there heavy in its self-made silent sound. But God, a fist can't hold a hand or feel the sun or start to beat a tune that isn't just the echo of a hurt. So my heart, a fist, is starting to uncurl, to risk a single finger stretching towards the light. A terrifying slow unclenching fight. Not a palm held open, not yet, maybe never, but not this constant clenched down. Like whatever, maybe a loose hand resting on its side, with nothing left in it to bruise or left to hide. Knuckle breaking, knuckle, learning to be still. I was almost to the scab, almost to the dry, when I saw your face today just passing by. In a car I didn't know, with a laugh I recognized, a fresh gush through the door. I thought I'd cauterized. My hand just froze up halfway through a wave, a stupid ghost of kindness I couldn't save. And just like that, the healing I had claimed was a fragile flake in fiction, newly named. Oh, it soaked in the womb, a casual, careless spoon of the one thing I was begging time to take. You didn't mean a thing, just a simple mistake. But I'm back on the floor, feeling the sting of a fresh, hella small, forgotten thing. Bring just a glimpse, just a second in the sun, and every bit of getting over you comes undone. I went home and scrubbed the memory from my skin, turned the shower up as hot as it's ever been, but the steam just conjured other older days of simpler, softer steaming, tangled ways. I tried to call a friend to talk it out and through, but my voice just cracked, remembering your I love you, a phrase that now feels like a jagged shard of glass embedded in the moment that you pass. Yes, it's salt in the wound, the cruelest kind of tune, the universe just humming, unaware that it scattered all my pieces in the air. And I'm picking up the fragments cut from a pain I was supposed to feel no more. Just a Tuesday, just a traffic light delay, enough to make the whole damn wound betray. They say what doesn't kill you makes you strong, but what about the things that just stay longer? Low-grade fever in the soul, a constant quiet ache. The single random side of you is all it takes to break. Not into pieces, but into that same old raw design of a love that was yours and a hurt that's mine. So here's the salt in the wound, a perfect, painful moon that pulls the tide of every hurt I own back to the surface, to the blood, the bone. And I know by morning I'll have bled it out again, patched the weakness, hidden all the pain. Before tonight, I'll let the burn have its due and taste the bitter memory of you. Just a grain feels like the whole damn dune just sold the wound. Feels like the whole damn tune just sold in the wound. They say you cried a river, baby, let it go. Watch the current take the sorrow down below. But my river met the ocean, dark and deep and wide, and now I'm treading water with nowhere left to hide. Your memory's the tide pulling at my feet. In the calm it whispers, in the storm it's all I meet. And every breath I try to take is laced with brine and blue. This ain't a river, darling, this is something else I'm going through. I got salt water in my lungs, a heavy burning sea where our song was sung. Can't cough up the ocean, can't scream, can't cry, just a silent drowning with you on my mind. The shore is just a story that I used to know, a distant faded photograph of long ago. Now every wave's a memory crashing in my chest. Salt water in my lungs and nowhere left. I see your face in every white cap, hear you in the gale, a siren song of what if on an unforgiving trail. I sold my ship for promises, you scuttled in the bay. Now I'm just a wreck below the surface, bleached and gray. The weight of every I love you, you so carelessly undid, is 1,000 fathoms pulling down the ghost of what we did. The pressure's building, crushing in this vast and soundless night. There's no up from down, no wrong from right. I got salt water in my lungs, a whole damn sea of everything unsaid and sung. Can't find the surface, can't remember how to float, just sinking with the anchor of your final note. The sun shines, just a rumor from a world above. I'm tangled in the seaweed of our conditional love. Each tear I tried to cry just joined the endless rolling swell. Salt water in my lungs, a living, breathing hell. Maybe drowning's not the giving up I thought it'd be. Maybe it's the only way this love can set me free. To stop the fight, to let the cold claim every part, to let the sea rewrite this shipwreck of a heart. Salt becomes the blood, the dark becomes the sight, and in the crushing quiet there's a strange and final light. Not a rescue, but a resting in the deep and dreamless blue. A final transformation to something true. I got salt water in my lungs, my love, my loss, my daughters and my sons. I am the weeping and I am the wave. I am the captain of this solitary grave. And when the last air bubbles from my lips are finally gone, I'll dissolve into the deep where I've always belonged. No more fighting for a breath you stole when we were young. Just peace in the salt water in my lungs. Just the time, just the deep, just the silence I will keep. I remember how the coffee steamed in your cup. You were stirring slow, looking up. Said the words like you were reading from the news. Just the weather, just some ordinary blues. And I watched the future draining from your eyes as you painted over all our summer skies with a brush of gray, a quiet, careful tone, turning everything we built to stone. And the clock didn't stop and the sun didn't die, the world didn't shatter, there was no goodbye cry, just a suitcase by the door, a hollow in the bed, and a lifetime of words I should have said, but left unsaid, left hanging in the air with the scent of your shampoo and your empty chair. Yeah, the world kept spinning, merciless and deaf, on the day you left. Now the silence has a texture, has a weight. It pours itself on every dinner plate, fills the spaces where your laughter used to fit, and settles in, determined bit by bit. I keep finding parts of you I didn't know I kept. A guitar, pick a note, a promise you accepted once, and some forgotten softer time now just echoes in this empty rhyme. 'Cause the clock didn't stop and the sun didn't die, the world didn't shatter, there was no goodbye cry, just a phantom in the hall, a ghost upon the stair, and the crushing simple weight of you not there, the mundane apocalypse of a missing toothbrush shelf, and the quiet reintroduction to myself. Yeah, the world kept spinning, stealing every breath. the birds kept singing in a mocking sky. Just the ending of a story, plain and deft. The closing of a door, the only one that's left. The brutal, ordinary end of us, dissolved to memory and pain and dust. Yeah, the world kept spinning right through the theft. On the day you left, just a Thursday, nothing special. Just the day you left. I rehearsed the lines 1,000 times with trembling hands and trembling rhymes, in front of mirrors in the car, underneath a cold, indifferent star. I picked the words I thought were brave, the ones I thought would let me save some final piece of dignity before you turned and walked from me. But I choked on silence when you walked in the door, and the sun poured through you on my kitchen floor. No declarations, no tears from the sky, just the stillness of a final tired goodbye. Not with a bang, not a theatrical end, just the quiet death of a lover, a friend. A slow exhale, an unlocked door, the peace that hurts you down into your core. There were no bags packed on the stair, just the knowledge hanging in the air that every look that didn't meet had turned our rhythm to defeat. We sat there drinking tepid tea, two strangers that used to be your world entire. A shared sunrise, now just the end in both our eyes. And you choked on silence, just like me. Two ghosts who finally chose to be free. No accusations, no reason why, just the heavy truth of a final goodbye. Not a fire, but the fading of a light from the corners of a long shared night. A mutual surrender to the slow, sad fact that the promise we made can't be taken back. They say a real goodbye should shake the ground with a thunderous world unmaking sound. But ours was softer than the fall of snow, the quietest snow we'll ever know. We didn't break, we just came undone. Two threads unravel one by one until the fabric wasn't there to mend, just a loosen, needing a loosen. So we choked on silence and we let it win, let it settle on our tired, paper-thin skin. No less kiss, no desperate cry, just the ghost of a wish as we walked on by. Not a storm, but the calm after one, where you realize the battle wasn't never won. Just a gentle closing of a weary eye. This is the shape of the final goodbye. clicked shut, I whispered in. I traced the cracks where you came in. You took your coat, you took the light, and left me with the silent night. You talked of distance, talked of weight, of something broken, sealed by fate, conquered by reason why, while my whole world was screaming inside. But you only saw the calm, the grace, the peaceful smile upon my face. You never saw the avalanche beneath the surface of my last chance. You saw the strength, or so you thought, the battle fought, the lessons brought, but the bleeding, the pleading, the ruins of me, that's the pain you never saw. I learned to function, learned to breathe in the hollow space you'd leave. Made coffee in our empty cup and slowly tried to fill it up. I need our friends, I'd say I'm fine, a masterpiece of a drawn line, while every laugh was sharp and sharp of a love that left me scarred. 'Cause you only saw the calm, the grace, the peaceful smile upon my face. You never saw the avalanche beneath the surface of my last chance. You saw the strength, or so you thought, the battle fought, the lessons brought, but the bleeding, the pleading, the ruins of me, that's the pain you never saw. Did you think the tears just dry, that they evaporated when you said goodbye, that the memories just politely fled? They're pounding in my heart and head. This phantom make, this ghost of us, this quiet, desperate, endless fuss. You walked away so clean, so free, and left the wreckage here with me. And you'll only see the calm, the grace, the healed smile in some future place. You'll never know the avalanche that buried me after your last glance. You see me stand and think I'm free from all the chains you couldn't see, but the shattering, the unraveling, the endless thought, that's the pain you never saw. The silent movie of my defeat, a heart still skipping, missing every beat for you. You never saw, yeah, you never saw. You didn't leave all at once, no sudden blow. It wasn't slamming go, it was just letting go. A slow retreat, a quiet shifting tide, a warmth inside of me that up and died. Your hands were there, still resting on my skin, but I could feel the chill begin to settle in. A ghost was in the space between our chests, a silent, slow goodbye to all the rest. 'Cause the day you left wasn't when you walked away. It wasn't on the calendar or something I could say. It was the last time that your arms forgot to tighten, when your eyes looked through me instead of to lighten. The ending wasn't in the final word, it was in the silent, sacred space I heard when the shelter crumbled. that's when you were gone. I try to pull you close, I try to bridge the air, to manufacture comfort, to pretend you cared. I memorize the angle of your turn back, the silent language of the things you liked. You were a statue in a bed of stone. I was a garden left to die alone, still reaching for a sun that wouldn't burn, holding on to lessons I'd already learned. 'Cause the day you left wasn't when you walked away. It wasn't on the calendar or something I could say. It was the last time that your arms forgot to tighten, when your eyes looked through me instead of to light them. The ending wasn't in the final word, it was in the silent, sacred space I heard when the shelter crumbled, leaving me to face the storm. That was the moment when you stopped holding me, that's when you were gone. And God, I miss the harbor of your touch, the simple safety that I needed so much. Now every embrace from someone new is just a body, not a home with you. I'm learning how to stand here on my own, but I still flinch when I hear the telephone, wishing for a voice that isn't there, and arms that stop remembering how to care. 'Cause the day you left wasn't when you walked away. It wasn't an I'm sorry or the I just can't stay. It was the last deep breath we didn't breathe together, the promise that just faded in the weather. The ending wasn't in the final scene, it was in the death of what our love had been. When the last string snapped and I was finally free to fall, there was the moment, the truest moment of them all. Ooh, when you stopped holding me. That's when you were gone. I keep a picture by the bed, a sunrise in my younger head. Your smile is the brightest thing I see, a perfect capture memory. But when I close my eyes at night, that portrait fades into the fight. The stolen glances turn to stone, and how you left me here alone. Now the frame just holds a ghost of me and you, in a sky of a different darker blue. 'Cause I'm chasing shadows on the wall, listening for an answer to a call that stops ringing out so long ago. I'm lost in the afterglow of a sun that set and took the dawn. I'm navigating on and on through this familiar dark. I've come to see it's just where the light used to be. Our favorite corner of the couch has a permanent certain slouch, where your body made its own design. Now it just doesn't feel like mine, and I'll avoid that spot for weeks, or press my face where your heart used to speak, trying to feel a phantom warmth in the middle of this endless storm. It's a monument to everything we planned, built on a fault line in the shifting sand. And I'm stop defining lack. I'll carry this old darkness on my back, not as a curse, but as a map of memory of the warmth that once belonged to me. And one day I might turn